social activity, but not a social club, because we're interested in growing spiritually. So that's three. What's the fourth kind of soil? Good soil. So what is the good soil like? What's good soil like? Actual physical soil, right? What is that like? Plenty stone, plenty weed, soft, good soil. So it's just like nice. It's like nice clay soil. Nice clay soil. No, you should see your expressions right now. No, we're not talking about nice clay soil. We don't grow a lot of stuff in that. The soil, the high in nutrients, good rich soil. Sometimes you are looking. I only see this on TV. The soil is almost black. It's dark, rich color, contrasting to like a clay soil. So it's full of nutrients. You may add to that, put in your peat moss and your manure, do all that stuff. But the soil is good and healthy, good to grow. That's what it's about. So the seed is able to grow. So the seed that fell in those soil, what happened to it? It grew and it produced in abundance. And that's what we need. So we need really and truly to cultivate and create church environments that are nutritious soil. You give me an example of how you would define nutritious soil for the church. Focuses on the word of God, studying. Anything else? Pray. Spirit-led, being spirit-led. What else? What's another example of fasting? So these are practices that we see in there. Yeah. What for example may be happening during services, for example? Because a lot of times we get together and we think about gathering, we think about the service. What's that environment like? Praise and worship. Is that an environment where we can perceive that this is a spiritual exercise? Yeah? We perceive that there is a spiritual connection that's going on there, that the word of God is taught properly and taught well. Right? So this is not motivational speaking, this is serious word, solid stuff, because we spoke about the author to Hebrews chastising them when the time that you need to be teachers, you need somebody to teach you. Right? So they weren't growing. So the environment is what that's really important to us. So we spoke about that, we spoke about the soil, and then we spoke about some very practical things. There were 5 very practical things that we spoke to, that we need to pay attention to. What are those things? So I'll start you off. Read the word of God. Study the word of God. Fasting. Prayer. What else? Worship. There's one very important one I'm waiting for. Desire. Exactly. Without a desire for God or the things of God, everything else becomes a rote exercise. Yeah? Have you listened to children say their times tables? 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, and they just go. It's just rote learning, right? It's rote learning. So you know for several of you, if I say 7 by 5, you can immediately say 36, right? And the reason that you know it's not 36 is because you know it. You know what the answer is. But you got there by a lot of time by rote learning. But what about the things that you are passionate about? So let me see, who here was passionate about learning the tables? Not one back somewhere. Yeah, we typically not passionate about that, right? What are some things that people are passionate about in life? What's it? They get rich. Family. What else? What are you passionate about? Music. Food. Right. Shoes. And the other one that goes along with that is what? Bags. Right. What else are you passionate about? Sports. Yeah, so pull that thread. Yeah, pull that thread, right? Pull that thread. World Cup. Hold on, bro. Come on. World Cup. Sports, right? World Cup. I was in a car. We were in traffic. This is a World Cup, right? We were in traffic. I and another brother in the car. He's driving in the passenger seat. And somebody pulls up alongside. That day, Brazil was playing somebody. I remember who it was. And the windows in our car were rolled up. The person who pulled up next to her, the lady was driving. And she had another passenger. And she looked across. And the other, I was not wearing a football jersey. And the other person was wearing a jersey with the Spain football team. She pulled up and she said, out of here with that jersey. Go and get a Brazil jersey somewhere. The reason that she's wearing a Brazil jersey, the reason that she's willing to tell a stranger, need to take off that jersey and go and get a Brazil jersey, because she passionately follows Brazil at World Cup time. Big difference at World Cup. Right? But there are some other people, their football team, they will fight with another one. The supporters, they'll fight with others. There are bars that you can't go with another football jersey. You will be in some trouble because that's your wrong bar. They are passionate about it. Brother Ram.
Passionate is God is love. So we love one.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. So God is passionate about us. He sent his son Jesus to die. And so we now need to recognize this is important stuff. This is important stuff. So serving God, some of us sometimes may feel that serving God is to the old people and later in life you can serve God. No. We didn't understand. When we are passionate about God, when we are passionate about the things of God, how do we operate and go about life? When you're passionate about God. Exactly. You invest some time into it. You invest some energy into it. Anybody knows who won Panorama last night? So, if I was in a different environment, if I was among Pan players, and I asked who won Panorama last night, everybody know it. I don't know, they check. You know what? Renegades won? Yeah, Renegades won. Again. Right? So, depending on what you are passionate about. So last week I made the point, probably last week I made the point about the kind of passion that our Pan players have. And the kind of time that they invest and they spend. Right? So, Destiny plays Pan. And 2 or 3 years ago, I took her to visit a couple of pan yards. And that was actually the first experience for me. Wanted to do it for years, never did it. So, okay, let's do this now. So we went off the panyards, and these people are, this is getting late for us to head home, but they now starting to come and starting to arrive and now starting to warm up and that kind of thing, because they're going to be going for a couple hours into the wee hours in the morning. And then they're going to get up and go. And then so today's Carnival Sunday, you know, people fed in the whole week. Whole week, right? And then there are people who go to work on Ash Wednesday, and they are the mastic, prop up their eyes open because they go the whole weekend. They go in. They're passionate about that. People set aside money to play mass. Yeah? They set aside money to go to all-inclusive fest. They set aside money for that. They take loans, exactly. They take loans because they are passionate about it. Passionate about these things. People who are passionate about these things, they do a lot, they invest, they get into it. When we have a desire for God, and when we cultivate a desire for God, and we become passionate about God, the things of God, pursuing God, what are some of the things that we do? Tell people about Him. What else? What do we do? Serve in ministry. What else do we do? Glorify. What else do we do?